Well, howdy everybody, welcome back to another video. This is Andrew Earthrise of Decatur, Monsieur de Decatur, je vais dire. And today we're going to be learning some Cajun French. So this is just going to be the introduction here. Now this book is a good phrase book for all of you for learning how to say words and things like that in Cajun French, because there's a lot of things that are a bit different than regular French, and it's a dictionary and phrase book by Clint Bruce and Jennifer Gibson. So we're going to go on, and at the beginning it talks about how the Cajuns come from somewhere in Canada called Acadia, and it's called l'Acadie. That's the place over in Canada where they come from, and basically they were the British didn't like them over in l'Acadie, and they decided to send them out, deport them from there, and that's called le grand dérangement, the great deportation, or the great kicking out. So they sent them everywhere, and some of them settled over in Louisiana. So we have some Cajuns going to Louisiana. Well, there was already a colony there, so they started mixing in there, but they got down there and they started living in the swamps like a bunch of They were poor people, so they lived in the swamps, while the rich Creoles lived in the cities. So they came there, and they went in the bayou, and they had their pirogues, and they ate all the alligators and things like that. And then eventually, Acadian became Cajun, which is Cajun in English. And they all come from the Acadie. And then later on, people found petroleum, they got jobs, they went to the city, and it started by 1921, American school system started not liking French, especially Cajun French. So they said, someone said, I will not speak French on the school grounds. That's a punishment that they had at school. And then over time, it started dying out because the grandparents were so ashamed of being able to speak French, because wow, that's not American at all. That's horrible. So here's some questions about Cajun French. Where's Cajun French spoken? In Louisiana. That's easy. Do people still speak Cajun French? Of course they do. Now let's see. At the beginning of this book, we have a Cajun pronunciation. Now, Cajun French is not too different from standard French. All that's different is that there are just some small differences. There's the alphabet, A, B, C, D, E, F. Now, when you say E, it's E, F, G, H. Sometimes in Cajun French, some people pronounce it as hash, and that means it's sometimes pronounced in Cajun French. In standard French, you never pronounce an H, but you can pronounce it sometimes in Cajun French, depending on your accent there. Ain. In French, from France, from other places, sometimes they'll pronounce that as un. So it's ain, always ain. Ain. What else? Everything else pretty much is the same. There are some Cajuns, very few of them, that do pronounce the wa as oi, which is a bit different. That's kind of like the Quebecois, the Quebecers over there in Canada, Frenchmen of Canada. So the Frenchmen of Louisiana sometimes speak a little bit like the ones from Canada. And then we have ch, and un, yun, it's the same thing. That's pretty much it. Everything else is the same. So the alphabet is do, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, Y, Z. And that's basically the alphabet of Cajun. Some people don't pronounce the L or R at the end of words. So here's the example. Sable. Sable is pronounced sable by some people, but the correct way is sable. So, and the same thing for saber, like sabre, sabre. Some people will say sab as well, but it's supposed to be sabre. Now, there is another thing here where they say some Cajun speakers will pronounce the end of words like how we do in English, or how it is spoken in English. Like the word nation can sometimes be pronounced nation, like in English, nation, nation, c'est la nation. But that all depends on your accent. Nation, nation. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the differences between Cajun French and Cajun English. Now, I hope y'all learned something from this introduction here about Cajun French. We'll be ending here at the alphabet because after this it gets into a little bit more tough grammar, but those are the basics of pronunciation. Now, if you want to learn how to pronounce it accurately, I recommend just learning how to read French and then apply the rules from the Cajun French. Oh, and one last thing. R. It's rolled with the end of the tongue. It's not a r or r like the regular French. It's r, r. So, français, not français or français. It's français, like the Spanish or the Italians or the Portuguese. Le français de la Louisiane. Français Cajun. Le français Cajun, je dois dire. French from Cajun French, Louisiana French, Français Louisianais. And so that's basically it for the alphabet. So it's a good book, dictionary/phrase book, and we'll be going into it a bit more. So thank you. Again, this is Andrew of Decatur, and merci beaucoup for following me here.